Keith, I don't mean to alarm you, but the holidays are here.
Which holiday? Well, we just passed Halloween, so it must be
all of the other ones.
All the others.
All of the others.
All of the others.
Every single one, because we don't want to, shoehorn this content into only Thanksgiving.
All of them.
But that was kind of what a little bit of the idea was as we start into our kind of bigger wine festivities. We're going to do a bunch of wines over the next month or so, like what you might want to either have at your holiday table, what you might bring over to somebody's house. And an idea we've had for a while is kind of this. We've got multiple Zinfandels, right?
That is correct, yes.
And these are all something that they don't necessarily have to be purchased at Trader Joe's, but these all were bought at Trader Joe's.
Correct. Yes, that is true.
And if we had done this podcast a few weeks ago, we could have saved a few bucks.
That's right. The price has gone up on one of them.
All right. Well, we'll talk about all that and more as we've got 2.5 Zinfandels for this Give It a Shot. I'm Andrew.
And I'm Keith. And we are AboutBeverages.com. And the beverages that we are about today, the 2.5 that you spoke of, are the OZV Zinfandel from Ridge Winery and the Saldo Zinfandel from the Prisoner Winery. The half that you spoke of is one that we tried earlier if you were here with us for the live show, which you should be on most Thursdays, and it was the Old Moon Old Vine Zinfandel from Trader Joe's.
That is a Trader Joe's exclusive. That one is the least expensive. That's kind of the biggest part of this trifecta of Zinfandels. They are all going to be going up in price. So we're going to kind of see a little bit of the value, which one do we like better, honestly? Right. And then after that, it's like, we can tell why this one is worth $5 more. This one's, or maybe not.
Or maybe not. Who knows?
So the Old Moon Zinfandel, Old Vine Zinfandel. That's a mouthful. Whew. That one was how much?
$5.99.
That was $5.99. And kind of, what did we think of that one in general?
We were actually kind of surprised about how good it was, actually. There had some nice fruit, had some nice spice. There was a little bit of a heaviness on the mid palate that we couldn't attribute necessarily to any certain specific flavor. It just felt a little bit heavy. But overall, the alcohol came through, was 14.5%, but not too much, and it was balanced, but had some nice fruit and some spice, which is what I think we've both agreed we like from Zinfandels. When they're just too much fruit, that's not necessarily that they're bad, it's just not what we prefer. So
I would agree. Yeah, like I said, but overall, thought it was pretty good.
Yeah, no, at least it was a good jumping off point into our Zinfandel trifecta here. Which, we mentioned that before. This is something we've talked about for a while, and this gives us an opportunity to try things at 3 different price points. So,
the ultimate goal at some point, we would actually like to do 3 wines, 3 different price points, all same varietal and all from the same vineyard.
Correct.
That is also one thing that that's probably one of our other bucket list podcasts. If you guys have a good suggestion for a winery that we should do that with, that has 3 like pretty decent sized price points,
right.
Like if
this
there's
is
like
their upper end,
here's
middle,
here's a 15,
entry.
a 25, and a 40, or something, whatever that is. That's something we would like to do. Definitely leave a suggestion or a comment either here on our website at AboutBeverages.com or possibly even on YouTube. Either one would work.
Man, talking seamlessly, plugging all that stuff, and taking the cork out of the wine.
I've got to. And that's not a euphemism. I actually did take a cork out of this bottle of wine.
He did. Just pulled it out. The cork, that is.
I have not had this wine probably in 2 or 3 years, but this used to be a big favorite that I really loved.
Yep.
It was just a good balance of, this one was a little on the fruitier side, but there was still a good amount of oak, and just everything that I really loved about this style of wine came through in this one. Did you already mention price? I apologize. While I was opening that cork, I may have forgotten.
At least at Trader Joe's, the price on this one is $9.49.
Okay.
Just a little bit under 10 there.
If you go to their website, the 2 wines that we're about to have right now, they're actually priced at more than what we bought them for.
Right.
Like I said, this one claims to be 15 at Oak Ridge. Like I said, if you buy it from them, and the Saldo. I keep wanting to say Saldo.
Yeah,
I don't know why.
Yeah.
The Saldo, which the biggest thing I'm always frustrated with, a wine label that is this busy.
There's just too much going on.
Too much going on with this wine label. So like I said,
took out their label maker and they printed them all out.
It kind of looks like that, like those just old school label maker.
Saldo.
Yeah. That was someone that like, wait, you already sent all the cases out? I didn't put the label on it yet.
Oh, no, we did.
We did. Yeah, exactly.
Saldo.
Yeah. There was a huge debate in their marketing team where they're like, well, we could use a date gun or we could use that thing to put the label on. They're like, all right, let's go up one level and do that one. But on their website, that one is $34, and you said it was $27 for the Trader Joe's. So at Trader Joe's. So.
And this is the 2020 vintage, which is 85% Zinfandel, 10% Petite Syrah, and 5% Cab.
Cabernet, 11 months aged in either French oak or American oak.
Some nice fruit coming out of there. I think maybe blackberry, a little cherry or something like that. There's also a low note. There's the fruit, and then there's something underneath that I can't quite put my finger on, but
I don't know if that's like I definitely think some oak comes through, which is really nice.
Maybe that's it.
Like I said, there's a little hint of vanilla, and then I would agree, like the blackberry, some cherry. There's a nice little fruit pop in there that's pretty delicious. The aroma is what I'd be looking for. This is good so far.
Good so far.
All right, to the taste.
Absolutely. That's good.
That's good.
Yep.
Yeah, that's very good.
Nice fruit. I think that note that I was picking up on aroma-wise in the taste, it is a little bit of vanilla and oak combination there. That's that lower note. I like it more as a flavor than as an aroma. But the fruit's there. It's a little dry, a little spice on the front. But the fruit is quite expressive, but not like, you're not going to say it's a fruity wine. It has nice fruit, nice balance, and yeah, still a good one.
This is great, especially for $9.50. Like I said, I think this is excellent. Compared to the previous one that, like I said, we just kind of referenced that we had during the live show, that low note that was in that one, this part brings flavor to where that low note was. Like I said, it brings a little bit like, I'm getting a little bit of oak. I'm getting a little light vanilla. Yeah, the fruit is in there, and it's definitely bringing a little bit of brightness to that too, but it's not overly jammy or anything. It's blended in very nicely. It's just a very well balanced Zinfandel, and this is definitely still one of my favorites currently, until maybe we try the next one. I don't know.
And let's do that.
Okay, should we get to that one?
Yeah.
All right. Well, while I uncork this one, if you just want to talk about the stats once again, we've got $27. If you get it at Trader Joe's, could be cheaper somewhere else if you go there.
Very possibly.
It is a noisy cork, as you can hear here on the channel.
That's one of the things they say on their website.
Exactly. What's the alcohol on this one? Do you know by any chance, or should I look on the side of the bottle? 15.5%.
Ooh, so this one's the hottest of them all.
So it's the hottest of them all. The cork is tortured. Yeah, it is a little bit tortured. I feel the torturing of the cork. And
this is a blend. It is Zinfandel, but it also has Petit Syrah, Grenache, Primitivo, and Syrah in it, right?
Yes. So other than the first one, which we're not sure if that's a blend, but we're probably sure that it is.
Pretty sure.
The other two have been at least, like I said, and this one does not break down the percentages, whereas the OZV did.
Yeah.
So that one was 85%.
Full disclosure.
At least Zinfandel, full disclosure. This one, middling disclosure. I'm not sure exactly what. You would think
there's some disclosure.
You would think for your $35 list price here on the website that you would actually give a full disclosure, but it is what it is. Do you want to hand me your glass? I can't quite reach that one.
It's much bigger than yours.
I know. These are unfortunately, these last two did not get to be as evenly sized as the other ones. So we will do our best to take that into account as we sniff and taste and do everything else.
It's going to sound weird, but I get a lot of what we just had, but less fruit.
I was going to say, this is a little more, I think, slightly more harmonious blended together.
Yeah.
Just because there is not that extra fruit pop that we got out of the OZV. But it still smells really good. But yeah, it feels like it's just a little, like, as opposed to the other one kind of having this little spike, and kind of this one just kind of is a rolling hill.
Right.
But like I said,
and now that I know,
but very similar flavors.
And now
aromas, I should say. Sorry, not flavors.
That aroma, that note that I couldn't put my finger on. Now that I do, now I definitely am like, oh yeah, you get that like oaky vanilla.
I would say actually this one has more oak vanilla in that.
Yeah,
I would say actually. I think this has a little more of that.
I think that's
a little
what
bit
brings
less
that fruit down.
Yeah,
so, yeah,
a little less fruit. It's nice. Yeah, if you're looking for a little more wood, then this might be for you.
Okay. Wow, is that a new shirt?
It could be. To the taste?
Yes.
Okay.
I think it's good. I like there's the fruit. Everything seems like it's a little more balanced. But it's to me it's very similar to what we just had. In that but I think there's less fruit. I think maybe the oaky note comes through a little bit more, pulls maybe some of that fruit back a little bit, so it's, I guess, a little more balanced. I don't really get much of the spiciness, which is okay because there's a little bit more of the oakiness. But I like it, but I don't know if I like it $18 more, $17 more than the OZV.
I think I would have to agree. Like I said, I think this one is very much a more balanced, smoother version of what we just had.
Yeah.
Which that might be what people are into. Like I said, they may not like some of the like a little bit more spikiness of some of the flavor that is in the OZV.
Right.
This is definitely a much more balanced, smooth flavor. But at the same time, it kind of brings out, to me, it does not bring out, like I said, some of the things that I liked in the other one, which is a little bit more fruit and some of those things. So this is kind of a slight downer. I don't think I would, I don't think I would definitely would pay the extra for this one, but I could see where people might like this one more because the other one might have like, oh, I don't like that one's quite as spicy, or I don't like that one has that little fruit pop in it. Right. But those are actually things I look for and I like. If you're looking for any of the other wines we've ever tried on the podcast or on our videos or anything like that, our website is a great place to go find them all, whether it is for the holidays or just any time of the year. We are always enjoying wine, not just from Trader Joe's, but from everywhere.
From everywhere. That's right.
Joe's. But we do get a lot from there. So if you want to go check that out, AboutBeverages.com is the place for that, for everything we have ever done. If you only want the most recent videos, YouTube is the place to go for that. Shockingly, that is where we do a lot of the new content, whether it's archive versions of this show, which go up the following Tuesday. If you missed out on any of the things that we've done or the other podcasts and things, they will all be found on YouTube. And if you only want audio...
We understand.
There's only so much bandwidth in a day. You may be out and about, don't want to waste it on some sort of video or something like that. You only want to hear us in your earbuds, in your eardrums. We've got you covered there too. Google Podcast, iTunes, Spotify, all good options. So check those out while you're searching. And sometimes while you're searching, other things pop up. Not just what you're searching for, but other just like random stuff.
Social media.
The social media things, yes. The
3 pillars.
Yes.
Yeah, actually, I did this, so that's like 6. But
the trifecta of pillars.
That's right. Oh, I see what you did there.
Yeah.
Which for us are Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter, which is the one that we use most of all to keep you up to date with what's going on here at About Beverages. Like earlier this evening when I tweeted that we were about to go live on twitch.tv/AboutBeverages, which we do most Thursday evenings around 5:30 Pacific, give or take a few, depending on what's going on. So when we get together, we try different beverages, hang out with everybody, and just have some fun and talk about whatever happens to come up. Also, throughout the week, Andrew's going to let you know what he is doing in the gaming world and what beverages will be accompanying him while he is doing that. So for all the latest at About Beverages, follow us on Twitter.
But, as we always say, whether we like it or not,
you should give it a trifecta shot.